Perfect. Well, we're right at 6:30. If anybody else shows up, I'll log them in, but we're going to go ahead and let you guys get started. I'm going to aim to stick to around 45 minutes. We might go a couple minutes over. We'll see what happens, but try to stick to around that 45-minute mark. Respect you guys' time. So to start with, come into a comfortable child's pose. Toes together, knees as wide as feels good for you. And take your arms wherever you like them to start with. So either along in front of you or down by your sides. Just whatever feels good to you. And give yourself a couple of moments just to show up here. To start with, there's absolutely nothing that you need to change, nothing you need to do. Just a few moments to observe how you're feeling, what's going on in your body, and what might be going on in your mind. So noticing if it's easy for you to stay present right now, or if you have a lot of things calling to you, trying to distract you. Acknowledging that that's very human if that's what's happening. Simply noting all of those things that might be playing in the periphery of your mind, being aware of them, acknowledge them. And then set an intention to be present for yourself for the next 45 minutes or so. And start to notice your breath. Noticing if it's shallow or deep, without judging what you find. And then consciously beginning to deepen your breath. Every inhale becomes a little fuller than the one before. Every exhale a little more complete. And then beginning to shift into Ujjayi breath. To seal your lips. And just begin to breathe in and out through your nose. Starting to build that internal heat from the inside out. And now finally, bringing your awareness into your body. Truly noticing how you feel. Not only noticing the areas that might be tight or sore, but noticing where you feel good, strong or limber, where you might be able to challenge yourself and push a little harder as we start to move. And now just starting to bring in any movement that feels good to you. It doesn't need to be anything in particular, just those little stretches and twitches to help you start to integrate into your body, to start to notice what's going on with you. And give yourself about 10 breaths to just explore however you need to explore. Finding whatever you need to find. Nice. Starting to see if you can tie breath and movement together, even with these tiny movements. Allowing every inhale to bring some space into your body. And with every exhale, beginning to hug in through your core. So as we flow, every inhale is an extension and expansion, and every exhale is a strengthening and anchoring in. Nice. And then over the next few breaths, you're going to make your way onto all fours, so finding your tabletop. Spread your fingers out wide on your mat, ground down. Begin to flow through some cat-cow. So on an inhale, take the gaze up, belly drop. Exhale, will round your spine, gaze in towards your belly button. And just flowing back and forth like this to your breath. Inhale to take the gaze up, and exhale to round the spine. So bring it about 3 more rounds like that, moving how you need to move. If you need to shift and change the shape a little, go for it. Beautiful. Nice. When you feel complete in this, you're just going to come back to a tabletop. And we're going to work into threaded needle. So you'll reach your right arm up to the ceiling, big open stretch first, and then thread that right arm under, right shoulder to the mat, right cheek to the mat. Left hand either presses into the mat or wraps across your back. See which feels better to you. Give it 2 big breaths right here. You start to come back out of this pose, plant your left hand, come up high on your knees, reach your right arm all the way up. We're going to come into a half camel. So bring your right hand to your lower back, Left arm then sweeps up, big opening to the chest and heart. Bring the left hand back down to your mat, right hand joins it, and shimmy forward onto your belly. And take some flowing cobras. Inhale will draw you up, and exhale to release. Get 2 more to get as big as you want to get here, and inhale will bring you up. Beautiful, and exhale to release. Nice. 1 more as big as you need to get. Inhale it up. Exhale down. Press up and back, child's pose, just for a breath. Reset. Find some length through your shoulders. And then draw it right back to all fours, coming back into cat-cow. We'll get about 3 rounds of cat-cow before we come to the second side. Nice. Really articulating through every vertebrae. Trying to bring as much space into your spine as possible. At the end of those 3 rounds, we'll set ourselves up for the second side. So left arm will sweep up to the ceiling as you're ready. And then that left arm will thread underneath, threaded needle. Left shoulder, left cheek to the mat. And then taking it into half camel. Unwinding, left arm sweeps all the way up to your lower back. And then right arm reaches up and back, opening up through chest, heart, and throat. Nice. Cartwheeling back down, plant your hands, shimmying it forward. We'll take 3 more cobras. This time you can add a twist if that works for you. Inhale to come up, taking your gaze over one side. Exhale would release. And then taking it to the other side as you're ready. Nice. And 1 last cobra to get whatever you need. You could float your hands, come up onto fingertips, whatever works best for you. Exhale to release. Press it up and back, child's pose. And then curl your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Give yourself a moment or 2 to shift and move, maybe pedal out your feet if you need. And then coming to stillness, spread your fingers out wide on your mat, ground down through your knuckles. Soft bend in your knees so you can press your hips further back, really lengthen through the spine. Now starting to focus on really tying breath and movement. So take a full inhale to draw yourself forward into a high plank. Full exhale to press yourself back, downward facing dog. You've got that 3 more times. The inhale to draw yourself forward, find that high plank. Full exhale to press back to downward dog. Beautiful. 2 more rounds moving to your breath. Inhale to find the length through the spine. Exhale to contract in and up through the core, drawing yourself back. Nice. And then when you are complete, you'll tiptoe to the top of your mat. Many tiny little baby steps as you can take. Finding ragdoll, feet hip distance apart. Soft knees, grab onto opposite elbow. Let your upper body hang heavy. Shake off anything you need to shake off. Bring in any extra movement right here that you need. If you need to sway or flow at all, go for it. Nice. Release your bind. Draw yourself all the way up to standing. Bringing your feet to either hip distance or closer. Ground down through your feet. Sweep your arms all the way up mountain. This first round, we're going to get a lot of bends. You're going to grab onto your left wrist, reach up and over to the right. Big side bend. Really open up the left side of the body. Inhale to come through center. Change out your grip. Exhale, take it to the other side. Inhaling back through center. Bring your hands to your lower back. Open up through your chest, heart, and throat, adding a little back bend here. And then forward fold. On an inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Step it back, high plank. On an inhale, shift a little further forward. Lower halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. Starting to move with your breath now, top of your mat, step or float. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it all the way up, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Step or float. Inhale gives you upward facing. Exhale takes it back, downward facing dog. 3 more rounds, moving at whatever pace you need. So when you're ready, top of your mat, step or float. You'll have a half lift to lengthen your spine, forward fold. Mountain, add a back bend if you need one. Forward fold when you're ready. Halfway lift to lengthen the spine, chaturanga flow, whatever that looks like for you tonight. Whether that's stepping to down dog, floating to a chaturanga, adding an extra chaturanga after your up dog, whatever you need it to be. 2 more rounds, top of your mat when you're ready. Half lift and fold. Beautiful. Mountain, ground down to reach up. Find that length through your body. Forward fold. Lengthen your spine, set yourself up, chaturanga flow. Nice. Steady, rich breath as you move. Nice. 1 more round, top of your mat, step or float. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Mountain, come all the way up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Chaturanga flow back, downward facing dog. Nice. As you settle into this downward facing dog now, check in with your body. Hug in through your core, pit of your belly, in towards your spine and up. Spread your fingers out wide, anchor in. And now check in. What is it that you really need to get out of your practice tonight? See if you can find an intention that's going to carry you through the rest of our movement, whether it's strength, presence, peace, breath, whatever it is that you need. Hold on to that for a moment. And then we'll continue to flow. Top of your mat, step or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Thunderbolt. Get nice and deep, sweep your arms all the way up. From here, lift all 10 toes, spread them out wide, and set them down. Feeling the connection of all 4 corners of your feet. And then draw your upper arm bones a little further back so you feel that area right between your shoulder blades spark up. Nice. Sit a little bit deeper. Beautiful. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Chaturanga flow back to downward facing dog. Nice. Sweep your right leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot and your toes right down towards your mat. Feel your hamstrings and glutes fire up. So you can take your heel 1 inch higher. Nice. Knee to nose, cheetah. So draw your knee all the way in. Sweep it right back up, 3-legged dog. 2 more times, knee to nose, 3-legged dog. Last one, knee to nose, 3-legged dog. Low lunge. Step your right foot between your hands, back knee all the way down. Sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Square your hips up towards the front of your mat. And then cactus your arms as your gaze come up and back, get a little bigger. Inhale, re-extend, half splits. Plant your hands on either side of your front foot. Shift your hips up and back and flex your toes towards your face. Feel free to shimmy and move a little bit here. If you need blocks or pillows or anything else to give you a little more height, sometimes you got to get creative if you're in your house, finding what you might need. Nice. Beautiful. As you shift back forward, we're going to come into high crescent. So curl your back toes under, lengthen through your back leg. Sweep both arms up to the ceiling. Beautiful. And inhale, you're going to straighten your front leg, starting to reach up and back even more. And then cactus your arms as you deepen into the front leg. 2 more times. Inhale, straighten your front leg, arms reach up. Exhale, deepen. Awesome. 1 more time. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, deepen. Chaturanga flow. Let all that go. Beautiful. Nice. Downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up to the ceiling. Flex your foot, toes, aim right down towards your mat. Knee to your nose, shifting forward. 3-legged dog, take it back up. Knee to your nose, hug in. 3-legged, sweep it up. 1 more time, knee to your nose. 3-legged dog. Low lunge, step your left foot between your hands, back knee all the way down. Arms sweep up to the ceiling. Square up your hips, cactus your arms, gaze up and back. Re-extend. Half splits, planting your hands, shift your hips up and back. Feel free to shift and move here till you find where it feels good in the pose. Awesome. 1 more breath right here and then take it into high crescent. Planting your left foot, right toes curl under, lengthen through the right leg. Sweep your arms all the way up. In and up through your core. And inhale, straighten that front leg, reaching up and back. Exhale, cactus your arms, take it even bigger. 2 more rounds. Inhale to straighten. Exhale to deepen. Nice. 1 more round. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, deepen. Chaturanga flow. Let that go. And all the way back, downward facing dog. Nice. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Open your mouth. Sigh out some heat. And then come right back to Ujjayi breath. Steady, powerful breath. Beautiful. Top of your mat, step or float. Inhale to half lift. Exhale, fold. Thunderbolt. Pause and stay. If you need more, lift your heels. Nice. Hug in. Beautiful. Drop your heels, forward fold. Half lift and flow back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Sweep your right leg up to the ceiling. This time take your right knee to your right elbow, give it a tap. Take it right back up, 3-legged dog. Across your body towards that left elbow. 3-legged dog. Step it forward again, low lunge. I keep playing with this low lunge. This time I want you to uncurl your back toes. So back toes are long. And then you're gonna lengthen through that back leg until maybe your knee comes off the mat. Maybe it doesn't. Awesome, pause, breathe. I know it kind of sucks. Release, let that go. And take it back into your half split. Nice, lengthen through your front leg. Again, giving yourself permission to shift and move in the pose if you need. Nice. Shifting right back into your high crescent. So plant your right foot, curl left toes under, come all the way up. All right, clasp your hands, pointer fingers released. Straighten your front leg, reaching up. This time you're gonna start to reach forward, really trying to keep your hips square. Maybe you come flat, maybe your fingertips come all the way to the mat. See where you need to go. Go as far forward as feels good for you, and then draw it right back up. Bring all that strength to come back up, nice. 1 more time like that, nice and controlled, lengthening forward, drawing back through your right hip. You should feel this pretty intensely through that hamstring. And then draw it right back up. Beautiful, sink deep back into your high crescent. Chaturanga flow, let that go. Beautiful. Inhale for your upwards and exhale for your downwards. Still allowing the breath to drive every movement. On an inhale, sweep your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, take it to your left elbow. Inhale, extend, sweep it up. Exhale, draw it across your body, tap the opposite elbow. Inhale, sweep it up. Step it forward, low lunge. Back toes uncurled, arms can sweep up, trying to keep square through your hips. Now lengthen through that back leg till your knee starts to hover. Know that it's okay if this sucks. Drop your back knee, beautiful. Plant your hands, shift your hips back. And taking whatever movement feels good to you. And your hamstrings are made up of lots of fibers, so sometimes you gotta change direction to hit all of them. Awesome, and then taking it back into your high crescent. Plant your left foot, curl your back toes under, come all the way up. Nice, clasp your hands, release the pointer fingers, lengthen through your front legs, your back toes are still up. Reaching up and out, start to lengthen forward. You may stop here, you may stop here, you may come all the way down, depends upon how limber you are right now. So don't push yourself past where you need to be. And then draw it all the way back up, using strength to come back up. Beautiful. 1 more round just like that. Lengthening forward, drawing back to the front hip. Nice. And then inhale to draw it all the way back up. Let that release by bending deep into your front knee, finding your high crescent again. Chaturanga flow, let all that go. Just so you know, you don't have to do that thing again. That's the only round like that. Nice. Top of your mat, step or float. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Thunderbolt. All right, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but it's good for you. So we're gonna lift your heels. We're gonna slowly, slowly, slowly come all the way down until you sit right on top of your heels. Awesome. Now we're gonna rotate your knees out. Hands can come down to the mat. You need a little support. I have rough toes, so I almost have to lift my feet to turn my legs out. Nice. Now, if this is already really intense, stay right here. If you feel like you could use more, you're gonna take each hand and walk it back so that your forearm is in front of your leg. And you're using your arms to push your legs a little more open, pulling forward with your heels. Just a nice deep stretch right here. Awesome, give it one more breath. Beautiful. Forward fold, let all that go. So turn your feet back to parallel. Shake it out if you need to. Inhale to half lift and chaturanga flow back, downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale upwards, exhale downwards. Beautiful. Sweep your right leg up to the ceiling. Take it to your right elbow. Add anything you need to add. If you need to add a push-up or an arm balance or play, go for it. When you are ready, we'll sweep it back up to the ceiling, three-legged dog, and take it to the opposite elbow. Again, opportunity to play if that's in your practice. Just a little chance to explore and try things on. Nice. When you're ready, you sweep it right back up, three-legged dog. Awesome. Step your right foot forward, low lunge. Beautiful. Arms all the way up, taking an open twist. So your right arm's gonna reach back, left arm forward, getting a big twist. And then exalt your pose. So left arm reaches up towards the ceiling, right arm across your back or towards your back thigh. Nice. Now bring your left hand down to the mat inside your right foot. Lengthen through your back leg and sweep your right arm up to the ceiling, big open twist. Awesome. I'm gonna take this into horizon pose. All that means is all 10 toes are gonna turn to the right. Hips gonna start to drop towards the floor. Right arm's gonna reach towards the back of your mat. Big, long reach, nice. I have lost some people, so we'll fast forward through this. Too hard to explain if you can't fully see, so no worries. Coming right back around, find your lunge and draw yourself all the way up, high crescent. Awesome, you never know what's gonna work on video and what's not. So we experiment, we try things on. All right, so we're gonna try something similar to what we just did, but we're gonna move now into an airplane. So it's the same premise of really trying to lengthen forward, but you're gonna keep your front leg bent and then shift all of your weight into your right leg. Left leg floats, airplane. And you're gonna bend deep in your right leg, step all the way back, high crescent. Nice, nice, doing that 2 more times. So lengthen forward, sweep your arms back, airplane. Soften your standing leg, step it all the way back, high crescent. Beautiful, one more time when you are ready. Shifting forward, reach, 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 arms sweep back. Beautiful, soften your standing leg, step it all the way back, high crescent. Nice. Chaturanga flow, let that go. Release, beautiful. So on the second side, I'm still gonna call horizon for those of you that got it. If you didn't, welcome to play with it on this side or just let it go and not stress about it. Sweep your left leg up to the ceiling. Take it to your left elbow, add whatever you need to add. Beautiful, three-legged when you are ready. And then take it across your body, chance to play however you want to play on the second side here. Nice. Three-legged dog. Step it forward, low lunge. Beautiful, to open twist. Left arm reaches back, right arm forward. Beautiful, exalt this pose. Right arm towards the ceiling, left arm across your back or towards your back thigh. And then into an open twist. So right hand plants on the mat, left arm sweeps up, lengthen through that back leg. Now you just keep rotating towards your left leg. So all 10 toes turn towards the left. You come on the outer edge of your right foot. Left arm reaches towards the back of your mat. Again, try this on if you want, leave it if you don't. Come all the way back around to a long lunge. High crescent, draw it all the way up. Beautiful. Now when you're ready, you've got those 3 rounds of moving in and out of airplanes. So starting to reach forward, really finding length, and then with control, shifting it forward, and then taking it all the way back. Nice. Get 2 more rounds like that. Really ground down through your front foot. Hug in and up through your core. Beautiful. And then soften the standing leg to step back with as much control as you can muster. But be kind to yourself if the transitions are messy, because sometimes they just are. Beautiful. And when you're ready, you have 1 more round. So 3 total. Beautiful. When you're complete, you'll chaturanga flow. Let all of that go. Nice. Top of your mat, step or float. Inhale to half lift, exhale, fold, thunderbolt. No more crazy, crazy stuff here. Just some easy twists. So start off with an open twist. Just reach your right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale to draw yourself through center. Exhale, take it to the other side. Left arm reaches back. Inhale, come back through center. Close, twist, hands to heart center, twisting to the right. Beautiful. Let your hips drop below your shoulders. You can open your arms if you need a little bit more. Nice. When you're ready, come back through center and take it to the other side. Hands to heart center, twisting to the left. Get as big as you need to get right here, right now. Whatever you might be looking for. Beautiful. Forward fold. When you're ready, walk your feet to hip distance. And take your first two fingers, grab onto your big toes. Use your arms to draw yourself deeper into this fold. And play a little bit here with softening your knees and then extending your legs. Seeing if you can find that sweet spot where this pose really feels good in your body. And shake your head out, release any tension you've built up in your neck or shoulders. Let that go. Awesome. Release your toes. Yogi's choice, either crow or malasana. What do you need right now? If you want to drive into the arms and get that upper body strength, you've got that crow available. If you want to get more into hips and get more grounded, you've got malasana. Both beautiful poses. No right, no wrong here. It's about what's going to serve you right now. Beautiful. Give it about 3 more breaths. And then make your way back to down dog, however that works for you. Shooting it back from a chaturanga, walking it back from a malasana, whatever you need it to be, come back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Sweep your right leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open your hip. Stack your hips, take some movement here if you need it. And then if you want more, go ahead and flip your dog. And that foot get really heavy till it reaches the mat. Open up through chest, heart, and throat. Beautiful. Coming back around through 3-legged dog to fallen triangle. Right foot kicks all the way up towards the left hand. Left arm then reaches up towards the ceiling. Open up through your chest. Maybe that leg floats if you need to intensify a little. 3-legged dog. Sweep it all the way back up. High crescent. All the way up. Beautiful. Hands to heart center. Twist. Left elbow outside right knee. You got about 5 breaths to play right here. You could open your arms, come into a side arm balance if you want. Shift all the way into that front foot. What do you need to play with? Try on anything you want to try on. And when you're like, I'm good, I've had enough of all of this, you're just going to unwind and find warrior 2. Beautiful. I love seeing all the different variations people try on when you give them freedom to play. Awesome. Once you find your warrior 2, knee driving out over the pinky edge of your foot, flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Extended side angle, right arm reaching down towards the floor so the back of your arm presses against the inside of your leg. Left arm reaches long. And we're going to transition straight from here into triangle. So you're going to start to straighten your right leg. Left arm can sweep down towards the mat and then up to help your chest open up a little bit more. Nice. And then cactus your top arm like you're trying to pull that left elbow back behind your chest. And then inhale, re-extend it. One more round like that, just cactus, opening up more through the chest. Nice. Inhale to re-extend. Turn everything in wide-legged forward fold. So this forward fold, we're going to flow. I'll give you one where you can take a headstand or something crazy in a minute. But for this one, take a breath or 2 right here in the center. And then we're going to move back and forth into Skandasana. So you'll drop deep into your right leg. Left foot can flex. This pose looks different on everybody. Heel might be down, heel might be up. Either's fine as long as you feel something in your body. And then either hands on the mat or at heart center, just shifting to the other side. Beautiful. We're going to use breath to move back and forth. Inhale to come through center. Exhale to deepen on the right. Inhale through center. Exhale left. One more round each side on your own timing. Inhale through center and exhale right. Awesome. Inhale center, exhale left. Nice. Coming back through center. Let all of that release. Bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen out to come up. Awesome. Chaturanga flow back at the top of your mat. Let all of that release. Easy breath. Inhale to exhale. Sweep your left leg up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open your hip, take any movement you need. If you want more, go ahead and flip your dog. If you do, ground down through your heels to lift up through your hips. And then open up more through the upper chest, left arm reaching out more to the left. Beautiful. Come back around three-legged dog and kick it through, finding fallen triangle. Awesome. Opening up through your chest, nice. Three-legged dog. Yeah, those of you who have a friend, you might be able to kick them if they're there next to you in that fallen triangle. A little affectionate tap there. Step your leg forward, high crescent. Nice. Square up your hips, beautiful. Hands to heart center, take your twist. Now again, on this side, you've got 5 deep breaths to play and explore in this twist, and maybe you try on something different. You are in the privacy of your own home. If you want to try on something that's always scared you, this is the safest place you'll ever be to explore like this. Because no one's going to know if you fall out of it. You just get to play and try things on. When you feel good, like you've gotten what you need to get, you'll come open up into a warrior 2. Beautiful. Ground down all 4 corners of your feet. Really anchor into your mat. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior, reaching up and back. Beautiful. Extended side angle. And the left arm reach down towards the mat for this variation. Right arm reaching long. Really trying to find length in the tips of your fingers to the outer edge of your right leg. And then straighten right into triangle, letting your right arm sweep down towards the floor and then up to the ceiling to open up your chest. Right, 2 little rounds of cactuses. So cactus the top arm, and then re-extend. One more time, really trying to drive that elbow back behind you. Awesome, re-extend. Nice, wide-legged forward fold. This one to take wherever you need to take. Do you need a headstand? Do you need a side split? You need to play with those Skandhasanas again. Whatever is going to serve you. You've got about 5 breaths to just explore, to get whatever you need. Awesome. Headstanders, hug in through your core. Nice. The end of those 5 breaths, come back into the wide-legged fold from wherever you might have gone. Bring your hands to your hips, lengthen out to come up. Chaturanga flow, back to downward facing dog. Nice. Inhale upwards, exhale downwards, beautiful. Take a deep breath in, open mouth, sigh it out of release. Inhale forward to high plank and lower all the way down to your belly. I'm going to go slightly over our 45 minutes. My time management on video is very different than time management in the studio. It's crazy. All right, so for our back bends, we're going to take some gentle back bends. We're going to start with a Sphinx. So just stacking elbows under shoulders, wrists right in front of elbows. Toes press down into the mat and then draw your chest through your shoulders to lengthen up. A little gentle back bend, nice. You can get intense depending on how much you pull forward. Nice. Now if from here you're like, all right, I'm not feeling anything yet, I'm gonna start to walk your hands out and start to straighten your arms coming up into seal. And you can even walk your hands in if you have a really limber back. But you go as far as feels good to you. If you start to feel compression in your lower back, take it down a notch. Nice, draw the shoulders down, lengthen through your neck. Give it one more breath. And then exhale, release all the way back down. You can let your forehead rest on your palms if you'd like. Awesome. I'm going to take it now into open wing or mermaid twist. So you're going to reach your right arm either out at a diagonal angle or cactus. See which feels better to you. And then roll onto your right side. You should feel this through the front of your right shoulder. If you find yourself rolling all the way over, you just got to play with the placement of your arm until you can find that sweet spot. Give it about 3 deep breaths right here. Nice. The end of those 3 deep breaths, let's take it to the other side. Awesome. Noticing if one side is a lot tighter than the other without judging what you find there, but just observing it, noticing if one side feels different than the other side. It teaches you something about how you're holding yourself, your postures, things that you might be doing in your daily life. Is this a temptation to label one side as a good side and one as a bad side? They're just different. Come back through center as you feel ready. We're going to take it now into camel. This will be our last back bend. So you're going to draw yourself all the way up onto your knees, curl your toes under. Unless you already know you go far enough that you need to keep those toes uncurled, hands can come to your lower back to give you support first. Hug your elbows together and then lengthen up and over like you're trying to go over one of those exercise balls. Maybe your hands come down onto your heels if that helps you and serves you. Because all of these back bends, you go as far as feels good for you. There's no need to push any further than that. You find your edge and work that. Nice. Give it 2 more breaths. Really big breaths. Open up through that chest and heart as you inhale. Exhale to stabilize. And then draw yourself up and sit back on your heels, but keep your chest lifted for a couple breaths. Just kind of letting everything re-stabilize. Beautiful. And now check in with yourself. We're going to take a quick inversion. So some of you already had a chance to do a headstand. Maybe you need another one. Maybe you need a shoulder stand. Or it is nighttime. If you need something a little gentler and you have something nearby, you could run your legs up a wall or up a couch. You could place a pillow or a block underneath your sacrum and just take your legs into the air for a waterfall. Just finding some way to get your legs over your head, whether it's an active and engaged pose or if it's a comfortable restorative pose. See what works better for you right now. At the end of the day, as long as your legs are over your head, you're getting the benefits of an inversion. And if you aren't familiar, the benefits of an inversion is that they are energizing, but they also can be calming and grounding in their own way. Beautiful. If you're in a shoulder stand, you can start to transition now into a plow and then a deaf man's. If you're in a headstand, you can hang out or go ahead and transition to child. If you're in waterfall, you get to stay right where you are for another breath or two. Nice. And then easy and controlled, everybody start to make your way down, bringing your feet down to the mat. Plant your feet on your mat, coming down onto your back. If you're in child, you're going to flip over for a moment. Give yourself a moment to just land here, to close your eyes and to just check in with yourself. So this is where we're going to now start shifting into slower breath. You can stay with Ujjayi if that grounds you and anchors you, or you can shift into something a little bit more natural and comfortable if you prefer. Draw your right knee into your chest and take your left leg long on the mat. Hug that right knee in. Maybe take some circles with it if that feels good to lubricate your hip. And then open your knee out to the right. We're opening through the hip first. Again, some movement might feel good there. And then start to draw it across your body, bringing your left hand to the outside of your right knee, setting up for a twist, letting that knee come all the way down. I tend to like to go ahead and roll all the way onto my left side so my left shoulder gets underneath me and then open back up. Once we get a little deeper in the twist, you find what you need. And from here, take a deep breath in and open mouth, sigh it out. Let something go. One more breath like that. Big inhale. Open mouth, sigh it out of release. Nice. Coming back through center, we're going to stay on this leg for a couple more breaths. We're going to play a little bit with hamstrings, either continuing to just hug in with the knee or starting to straighten your right leg. If you can reach something, you can grab on and use that to draw your leg closer. If that is not accessible, it's totally okay. Continuing to do this with a bent leg, just hugging that knee in. Find what works for you. I'm going to give it a couple of breaths here. Nice. One more big breath, open mouth, sigh out of release. And then taking it into a figure 4. So plant your left foot on the mat, right ankle crosses over left knee. And then start to hug in, either reaching through and grabbing onto the back of your left thigh, or you could grab onto the front of your left shin. If you're really limber and none of this is working for you, you're going to take your right foot, put it inside your left elbow, and let your left leg go long on the mat. So you hug that leg in and cradle it. So you play again to whatever your level of limberness happens to be right now. Okay. Give it about 3 more deep breaths. Your eyes could be closed at this point, nothing else you need to see. And then when you feel complete, letting that leg go, release it down long on the mat. Pause for a moment, maybe letting the legs shake out a little bit. The feet rock side to side, let all that release. And then draw your feet back in, planting them back on the mat. Really anchor your sacrum into the mat. Now hug your left knee in, again, extending the right leg long. Make some circles with that left knee if you need to. And then open your leg out to the left, opening through that hip. Again, adding movement if that feels good for you. And as you're ready, taking it into a twist, drawing your leg all the way across your body to the right, and your left arm reach out and open. 2 big cleansing breaths. Inhale, big breath in. Sigh it out, exhale. 1 more breath like that, big inhale. Sigh it out, exhale. And back through center, coming into our hamstring stretch. So hugging your knee in, maybe starting to extend it long. Playing how you need to play here, hugging that leg in as much as you need to do so. Awesome. And now taking it into figure 4. Left ankle across, right knee, hugging in. Three more nice big breaths. And then let that go. Take your legs long on your mat. And giving yourself a little moment to pause, maybe shaking things out if you need. Now take a moment here to scan your body, to check in. What do you still need? You have about 10 breaths to take anything that might serve you. So whether that is a different kind of a fold or stretch, a happy baby, whatever you might happen to need, you could take a fish to open up your chest and heart more, whatever's going to work for you right now. Allowing yourself to tend to anything that hasn't been tended. The end of those 10 big breaths, you'll begin to make your way into whatever shape is going to serve you right now for Shavasana. That shape could be anything. It could be traditional, arms and legs wide. You could keep your feet planted on the mat or in Supta Baddha if your back needs a little bit more support. For any other shape that serves you right now. But as you settle into this posture, give yourself permission to be still for a few breaths. To not have to do anything. You don't need to change anything. You're absolutely perfect exactly the way you are. And you are exactly where you need to be. Take a deep breath in and sigh out your practice. Shavasana. The goal of yoga is not to create a perfect posture. It's not a handstand, it's not a split. The goal of yoga is to connect to your breath, to use that breath to calm your mind, to give you control over yourself. Yoga allows us to connect to ourselves and to bring peace and calm into our lives. This is especially important right now. Take a deep breath in and sigh it out. Bring some small movements back to your body, just wiggling fingers or toes. When you're ready, stretch yourself out long on your mat from fingertips to toes. Big good morning style stretch. And then curl yourself onto one side and pause there a moment. Allowing yourself to pause here in this fetal pose. Transition from our corpse pose to fetal pose. Reminds us that every single time we step off our mat, we get to start fresh. When you're ready, come to a comfortable seat. Sweep your arms overhead until your palms touch. Draw your hands down to your forehead. May there be peace in your thoughts. Down to your lips. May there be kindness in your words. And down to heart center. May there be so much love in your life. We'll seal our practice with one beautiful round of Om. Take a deep breath in. Open our eyes, and to one another we say, Namaste.